All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another installment of Ryan Talks in the Car and Drives Around. Tonight I think we're going to try something different. Tonight, of course, we're still fishing for smallmouth. It is the season. It's silly to do anything else when you can go catch big smallmouth. Tonight, instead of fishing, whatever, fly, I'm going to fish two flies that I tied this afternoon, and we can take a look at them, maybe tie them. I may not catch anything on these flies, and all this footage will be for naught, and you'll never see it. But if I do, the first one is a streamer. I started playing with dragon's tails. I don't know if you've ever seen them. They're a synthetic fiber tail. I think they were originally some kind of they came off a Chinese kid's toy or something. I don't remember the story behind them. But they have just this ridiculous serpentine action in the water. And so I tied a streamer the other day, basically just for fun, with a chartreuse dragon tail, a full-size one, about 6 inches. And I cut it down a little bit, and I was just messing around, really. And I palmeted a bunch of hackle, made a body out of that, and put lead eyes on it, and called it a streamer. Haven't fished it yet. And I decided today I'd grab some more of those dragon tails in a natural color. So I got some. I wanted olive, couldn't find any olive. Went with like a dusty kind of dusky gray, a light grayish. So that'll have to do for olive. I think that it's close enough. That, and then I just very cheap, efficient, maybe not cheap, very efficient way to tie a fly or build a body on a fly like this. So I just bought a brush, a bait fish brush, wrapped that back around, said good enough. I put lead eyes on it because I'm gonna fish it on a floating line, and I want it to sink. Why are you not turning? Get out of my way. Anyway, that's fly number one. Here's a picture of it. I was a little worried I didn't shoot video of these beforehand, because if they get destroyed, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I know I took a picture of at least that fly. And then I tied a popper. I'll tell you what, my favorite popper in the world is a booglebug. If you don't know what a booglebug is, look it up. It's a brand of poppers. I don't think they make anything but sliders and poppers. And they paint them with some kind of automobile, some kind of hard, durable paint. I think it's a car paint. Whatever they paint it with, it's very durable. And there's just something about those poppers. They just work so well. They always float right. They always pop right. They're just really, really nice poppers. And I was fishing one the other day, and I realized I am very low. I have one. I think I have one booglebug, one white bug. And so I said, I should look for some of these. I looked on Amazon, and there's a very, very, very small selection, and the people that are selling them want way too much money. So I looked on eBay, and there's a guy on there selling factory seconds for $8 plus $3.45 shipping, which is insane. Then I said, well, my local fly shop usually has some. So I drove out there today, and they had 4 panfish size booglebug poppers, which are just tiny, tiny little ones, which we don't want that. We want big uns. So I said, crap, what am I gonna do? I guess this will be a good opportunity to tie some poppers. So I got some of the Surface Seducer double barrel popper bodies. If you haven't seen those, look them up. They're all the rage, I guess. People like to tie crazy articulated stuff off the back of them, pike and musky flies, stuff like that. They're cool. They're a foam body, and they've got a whole line of eyes and hooks and accessories for them. I had a hard time finding the right size popper hook, but I ended up finding something close enough, I think. So I tied one of those. It's white. Here's a picture of it, hopefully. I think I have a picture of it. So we're gonna try the streamer with the dragon tail, and if we can't get anywhere with that, when the sun gets a little lower, we'll try the popper. And if they are successful, we will maybe do a tutorial on how to tie them. They're both very, very simple. Tying, I have a video on tying poppers That's right here. That video, I can't remember what happened. The file got corrupted or something, and the audio is just like absolute garbage. But the whole video is in 4K, so that's nice. But maybe it's time to do another popper tying video. Poppers are the easiest thing in the world to tie. It's more just like the mechanics of going through it than anything else. So maybe we'll do that. I tied this one real simple. It's just the body is white to begin with. I just left it white, stuck some eyes on it, some marabou, some bucktail, and a couple of little pieces of hackle, I think. Nothing crazy. So I'm gonna get on the water and see if we can use these flies to actually catch fish and see if I'm not wasting my time. Oh, one other thing. I am fishing a new floating fly line tonight. Last time I went out and fished that popper dropper rig, I was struggling to move such an unwieldy rig. A popper and a tequila, trying to cast them both 18 inches from each other, was absolutely working me. And I said, you know, this fly line I'm using might not be the best for what I'm doing. And turns out I'm an idiot. It's an all-purpose like trout line. It's a very nice fly line. It's a Scientific Anglers, whatever, you know, $100 fly line. But not really what I need. So I bought a Rio Outbound short. So we are going to see. This is I hear nothing but good stuff about this line. I cast it in the yard for about 2 minutes, and I just don't really have enough room to cast in the yard, which is a shame. But I wasn't going to go to the park or anything because I was going fishing tonight, so what better test? We will see how that goes. Like most Rio lines out of the mainstream collection, or mainstream collection, this line was not cheap. I think this is actually the Outbound Short Tropical. Well, we're not using it in tropical waters. We will be using it in water that is warm enough. So I'm not too worried about it coiling or kinking. When you use fly lines that are intended for warm water, in cold water, they can coil up and keep too much memory, and it doesn't work too well. But we are fishing in plenty warm enough water to relax this fly line, I'm sure. So I'm gonna try that out. Like I was saying, very expensive, but like I say in every single video I talk about a fly line, look on eBay. I think the Outbound Short Tropical retails for 129 bucks. Got it for 65, brand new in the box, 65 bucks. It's an 8-weight floater, so we're gonna try it out. The Outbound Short has a 30-foot head. I think the regular Outbound has closer to a 40-foot head. I didn't really look too closely at the regular Outbound because I wanted the short. So that means you should be able to put the entire mass, basically, of your fly line outside your tip within 30 feet-ish. So we'll see how it goes. Usually, most of the time I fish with stuff with a fairly longer head, unless it's like a Skagit setup or something. That's a different story altogether. But this is likened to something like a shooting head. So we will see how it goes. We're fishing relatively wind-resistant flies, so having a little extra power certainly won't hurt. All right, enough yapping. Let's get on the water. tail to my fly is gone. So that sucks. I guess I'm not gonna fish it anymore. I don't know what happened. Okay, so update. I didn't know this about these dragon tails, but when you use them, it is recommended that you take one and take the tail and burn it so that those fibers get fused together and don't unravel. Would have been good to know before I tied that fly, but better late than never, I guess. Well, I said I wanted to throw flies that I tied, and these two specifically, so the streamer was a bust. So now it's time for the half of a chicken meal. See what happens. No way. He's just a little guy, but he's scared. Oh, okay, he's not tiny. All right, bub. Feisty. He's feisty. Come here. Come here. Show the people what you got. That is a big popper for you to be eating, man. Look at this guy. Well, I guess the popper works. Sorry about your lip. There you go. Well, that was awesome. Dude thrashed my popper. I like these double barrel heads. Also, here is the popper from last night. I did not get to show you. He's beat up. Caught one fish and everything's all busted. We got a... Well, what probably didn't help is I put it away wet. So I just shoved it in my chest pack wet. So that's my fault. But this has made me decide we are going to do another popper tying video because these double barrel heads from Surface Seducer are really freaking cool, and I actually really like the way they work. So that is coming up soon.